PERILLA is a restaurant that has opened recently in Stoke, Newington. It has been getting rave reviews. The menu was founded by two boy band members, pictured bottom right. There is either a tasting menu or an a la carte option available. We opted for the tasting menu.
On screen is a still of us having dinner in the dining room. Outcast gently played in the background along with other 90s hits.
First, we had some delicious bread, which was served with seaweed butter. I would rate it 10 out of 10. Following this were two very green dishes, cuttlefish bolognese, which is pictured, followed by broccoli with yogurt and pickles.
I thought the bolognese was a really smart dish. Instead of noodles, there were thin greens, and instead of shaved parmesan, there was shaved batarga.
Yeah, I thought this dish was pretty tasty. I thought it was a pretty good shake-up of the traditional pasta dish. And I think the broccoli dish, while a good idea in general, just didn't totally work for me. It was sort of broccoli served with tzatziki or something, and I think it was pretty tasty, but I don't think anything about it really stood out. What do you think?
I thought it was good. There was nothing I would really change about it. It was definitely one of the more solid vegetable only dishes that I've had this year.
Yeah, I guess I don't really have any complaints about it.
Next up is the chicken, which came with wild garlic and puntarelle. The puntarelle and garlic were both very spicy slash bitter.
While I really enjoyed the previous dishes, this dish for whatever reason didn't totally work for me. Something about the sauce combining with the chicken, and I don't think that the green puntarelle necessarily added anything to it. What do you think?
I thought it was great. The puntarelle was the highlight for me. It was so bitter and the chicken breast was so well cooked. I mean, it was one of the best chicken dishes that I've had in
Yeah,
recent memory.
yeah, I was pretty surprised. I was pretty surprised that we had a totally out of whack differing opinions on this one, but for some reason this dish didn't click with me. Lastly, we had blood orange custard with olive oil. I actually thought this was a delicious dish. Delicious dish. Delicious dish.
Yeah, I thought the dessert was great. There was bitterness in the form of some unspecified green, which I thought worked really well with the sweetness of the rest of the dessert. I don't really know what the olive oil was meant to add to the dish. I could have done without it. It didn't really take away from the dish, but it seemed unnecessary.
Yeah, despite being generally a pretty big detractor of olive oil in dishes, especially when it's overused, which is so frequently, I actually did taste it in this dish, and I thought it worked well in conjunction with like the sweetness of the custard. But one thing, ironically, I didn't taste the bitterness from whatever that green was at all. It wasn't specified on the menu, and I don't really think that having the physical blood orange there necessarily added anything to it, apart from, well, the decoration was nice, and I guess it was a nice change of texture, but I think actually the dish would have been better off without it, regardless, an excellent dessert.
But it was juicy.
Yeah, blood orange isn't that juicy, and they gave us such small parts that there wasn't really any juice to it. If they gave like a big fucking like macerated blood
Right.
orange or something, I think it could have worked, or like something bitter and big but like with a lot of juice. But I actually thought that like it didn't really have that much to it.
Okay.
I don't think it really provided any extra punch to the dish.
You want a grapefruit?
Like, no, grapefruit's fucking disgusting.
Next up, we were served a course of Stitchelton cheese,
Good one.
which is a 5-pound supplement on the menu, but we were served this for free.
Yeah, I thought that cheese was actually really tasty. Tasty and a welcome addition. If I were to do the restaurant again, I would actually pay the £5 to add it on, which is not something I usually do. Overall, I enjoyed this restaurant quite a bit. I thought the atmosphere was nice and the service was warm, even if it was a little clunky at times. Um, there was only one course that I really didn't click with me, but otherwise, I think this was a pretty solid effort. Overall, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10.
I liked everything about the meal. I think for the price point, you're gonna struggle to find a better meal in London. £38 is beyond reasonable.
Yeah.
If it was closer to me, I definitely would see myself revisiting. nothing I could really say that was bad about the meal. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. PERILLA!
What do you say?
Do you like the views?
Do you disagree?
Like and subscribe,
If you like our shit,
or you want to see more.
yeah.
Yeah.